What's up, everybody? Aloha, shaka shaka. Hope you guys had a great day. We'll be hanging out. Welcome to Smoke Break 808. Man, right off the top, I'm going to let you guys know. Man, if you guys can, like, subscribe, share the videos, do whatever you got to do. Send plumerias, send flowers, send lace, show kisses, do everything, man. Get these videos out. We greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I was just going through this week. Was Today we stay, what do you call, filming on a Sunday after church. Most of the time, this is when we get to do it. This is when Chris is usually free. Today we got Brother Craig over here and Ben Bolin, one of Chris's members, joining us today. So I got them smoking they all smoking the Ichiban, but I'm gonna be smoking something different. It's nice hanging around with everybody. Man, just growing up, we had all kinds of different people. Like I said, we used to I grew up in the housing, and you get the corner boys over here, right? You get all the good kids on one side, and then you get the athletes over here, right? You know everybody, and everybody hangs around with each other, But every now and then you get some of the corner boys. The corner boys are the guys who are the older guys that are doing their thing, That's the guys that run the pool halls and all those funny things, right? But they're pretty cool because they have guys that are athletes as well, And then we as we grew up, we got to see these athletes that used to be, and you hear all their stories, but they end up at the corner, And the thing that I used to love about those boys was they always used to chase us away from all the bad things, even though they were they were like us. There was athletes and stuff. And ended up in the corner. We come over there, and every now and then we'll do maybe do a beer. After one beer, get out of here. You guys gone. We don't get to hang around with them. We get to come over there, eat their food. They always invite us over there. They always come out and check out our games and all this stuff. Then you go around. You meet up with your other friends down at the corner. Just shooting hoops, shooting the breeze. Get to spit out some fat. And do that stuff. It's a crazy world growing up, and a lot of times, my grandmother used to always tell us, they say, that's someone for, if you hang around, bad people, you usually end up going that route. You do the things that these people do, you normally get the results that they have, and that's kind of what we see growing up, Hang around with good pool shooters, man, your pool game comes out pretty good, So every time, I got pretty decent at shooting pool. So the boys would let me come inside, go to the back of the table because we couldn't, those days the pool halls used to have the nickel machines, so we wasn't allowed to play on those things, and they'd be doing all that stuff. It's unbelievable what the addicts used to do those days. They'd be playing and shaking and doing their thing. It's amazing how they can even get those things through. But but they would stash you in the back just because they know that you have potential at playing, doing good. They allow me to rack games for them and all that stuff. But that's what happens. So you end up hanging around those type of people, and they kind of mold you to this. You end up going that route. Yeah. I thank God. Because I was not like my kids. My kids were awesome, and I thank God because I come from a family of 6, right? And and then we had my oldest brother. In the custom a lot of times the what do you call, when the oldest gives, they have their first child, then mom and papa always takes them and become, So my youngest brother was my oldest brother's first son. He was the first grandchild. So he's the youngest now, but all of them, maybe my sister, my other sister, I got another sister, man. That girl's, she was something else. But anyway, I wasn't the best as well. My kids, everything that I learned, growing up, I steered them always in that direction. The good thing is that, and they're bright kids. They're smart. They read. They do things like that. They can get on their phones. I cannot do that kind of stuff, right? But they turned out really, really well. I'm impressed with them. They're so much brighter than I am. But some of the things that I have that they might not have some common sense, some street knowledge. I like I said, man, I was really good with the scale. I knew how to read scales really well, just because I used to walk around with a scale. Who walks around with a scale, right? But I used to, because when my dad used to have a yellow submarine, and we used to take that we call it the yellow submarines. He would have bananas and carrots and stuff like that, and then you have to weigh it. And when I was in elementary school, or just about elementary, intermediate, I knew exactly how to run this stuff. So when it came to running using a scale, man, even if it was metrics, it was all measured by, grams and stuff like that. It came around really easy for me. But yeah, man, just hanging around with people. I know we just talk a story about people that you hang around with, man. Knowing who to hang with, And now at the same time, like I said, we would mingle with all types of people. We were athletes, and so we would mingle with the straight crowd, and we would mingle with the cricket ones as well. And sometimes, honestly, those cricket ones, it's just a whole lot more fun to be with. Remember, now we're athletes. This time we're high school, but we act like we're in college. We'd go down, walk from Marriott Homes. We walk all the way to Waikiki, and we go play basketball, and we end up out there. But before, there used to be this place called Hotel Street, right on King Street. Yeah, so King Street, like I said, man, King Street, Hotel Street. You got all these. Those were the days of the kung fu movies. We used to have Bruce Lee and all this stuff, and everybody thought there was Bruce Lee. Everybody carried their nunchucks with them. But the Hamos. These was the nunchucks, and so but they would take and then in order for us to go to the movies, because we didn't have money, we'd gather whatever we have, if we have anything, pay for one person, and then they go inside, buy a ticket, and we open up the side door. That's the side door that we go in, and we get into the movies, and we get to watch the movies. But we would go out there, and every now and then we'd hit, there's like maybe a Mahu that's walking by. And my Lord, they were trying to, that Mahu was trying to pick up one of our friends. And so we started getting after the Mahu, just in time for one of the Mahus from the housing to pass by and see us doing that to the Mahu. And he would call us, Christian, guys, you guys, get you guys butts back to the house. I want to come down. Man, this bugger turned into a man real quick. Man, we said, and you know what, man, we saw this dude jump from third-story buildings, man, jump down and run, chasing his boyfriend and stuff. And so he was not one that we would mess around with, man. But that's the type of people. But they loved us. Like after that, they see us, they scold us, they do all the stuff. They come on, end up buying us, chow fan and chicken and all that stuff. But man, it's something, and there's some of the things, like, and nowadays, you don't want to even, we talk to everybody out there. Nowadays you don't want to. You gotta watch what you say, watch who you're talking about, and all that stuff. You get on these things, and you worry about, did I say something wrong? If I say something wrong and I offend somebody, man, forgive me. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Just move on, and just know that that's never an intention. That was never an intention. But man, I'm gonna look at a cigar real quick, because I'm dying to smoke. These guys are smoking the cigars, and I had to spark one up, because like I said, they always end up smoking first. So I grabbed me a short stick just so I can start off before I get the one that we're gonna be taking a look at. And it's just like man, we just did the Opus X. Man, what a great stick, that we did the Tabernacle. Like I said, man, Opie and Brother John, they hooked me up, man. And there was a while ago, I couldn't wait to do this one. And I'm going to tell you guys, even if this thing goes a little bit longer than normal, I'm going to tell you guys a little story about this stick. So this stick right here has, it's hard to have any favorites. But if I did have to have one, this stick right here has got to be the one for me. But, yeah, it's just, sometimes you don't want to say that, because you don't want to be offensive to all these other sticks. And I tell myself, man, I'm such an Oliva guy, I'm such a My Father guy, right? And then all of a sudden, I get a stick like this, and it just blows me away. and I can't help but let you guys know. It's just like, being honest with each other. You come around and what do you call? You come across something good. Man, I don't want to hide it from anybody. If the movie's good, I'm going to tell you guys about it. If there's a good story, I'm going to tell you guys about it, right? And so I came across this stick right here. It's called the Norwegian Legion. Norwegian Legion. I'll tell Chris to put it in the description where we got it from. But if you guys ever had a chance to try this stick, it's a limited cigar. I think they made only like 1,000 of them. And I'm going to tell you guys a story about it because it's really interesting. I've been doing these cigars ever since July of last year. I've been doing these things, and you guys know the story. And man, it's just unbelievable because all the costs. You look at, that's why some people. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, this cigar is just fire, and I will tell you guys. There's so many ways of trying to figure out which cigar is for you, right? And you can everybody, like I said, you guys know, everybody's palate is different, right? I would, and to great cigars and do that stuff, man. I enjoy doing it just because I almost smoke them anyways, But the pricing on cigars, all of these things make a difference. I think, on what you're gonna smoke and how you're gonna like it. But if you wipe away some of those things, like the pricing on them, the name brands and all this stuff, and just smoked unbanded cigars, man, this is one that I believe, would just pop. For me, this is the one that just pops. Now, what happened was, these guys, they make so many different cigars. There's a Isle of Canines. There's this that was awesome. There's a cigar called Budapest, and that thing was just on point. Okay, and so I had a Behike that was sitting inside my humidor, and I was trying to save it for something, real special, and I thought that this was the time. And so I did the Budapest, and I knew about this one already, and so I did the Budapest, and then yesterday I did the Behike. Now the Behike, this is the second time I did one. The Behike that I got from Chris a while back was somewhere around 30 something bucks at that time. This one that I got was in the hundreds of dollars. Okay, and I did it only because, man, I thought, how can a cigar be so, expensive, right? And then I smoke it, and I tell myself, my gosh, man, trust me, it was a great cigar. The Behike was to me a medium cigar. It had nice notes on them, had some coffee. It wasn't really that creamy to me. Some of the things that I hope that a cigar has, it had very little pepper. It almost never. It was smooth. Whether it was complex to me or to you guys, I, not to put it down, but it was a great experience, great cigar. Okay, the Behike, the Cohiba Behike, it was a great cigar. Everything was good about it. And so even if it was balanced with this one, $300, and I'm not even sure, because I cannot imagine this is $300. Okay, but this one right here, creamy right off the start. You get notes that are sweet. You got just enough pepper for me. You got earthy notes on them. right, and this is right off the start. And I know this cigar because I had it before. I always wanted to review it. I wasn't sure if we could, you know. You get nice citrus flavors on them, you know, with some cream, just a little bit, just enough spice for me on this cigar, this bugger right here, all the way through. This is one of my, you know, in fact, like the Budapest, I had, what do you call? I had run that thing all the way through. The Budapest is a great one. You know, and the reason why I'm telling you guys is because if you know that something is good, man, share it with somebody. Let somebody know about it so they can find it. I'm not sure if you can find this, okay? Again, this is called the Norwegian Legion. Okay, I hope you guys can get it. If you guys know somebody who has it, find it. Broadleaf wrapper, I think Dominican fillers. And if you guys have something, one of these, an extra one of these, feel free to send on my way because I would love to have another one. I think there's you know, another one in there, so I'm going to have the boys try some of this after. You know, we're just going to kind of share it, pass it around, you know, in the family. Normally you're not going to be able to share cigars out there, but in the family, man, just pass it around. Yep. But like I said, if you got something good, oh, the cigar is so good, bro. To me, it's like you're having a whole party going on in your mouth. Everything that I love about a stick is just in there, just dancing. You know what I mean? Joking me, telling me don't talk, enjoy the party. You know what I mean? But this thing is just solid. If you guys get a chance, you guys gotta do it. Okay? You know that Opus X was solid. You know, if you guys get a chance, do it, man. But if you guys find this one, just remember me when you guys are doing it. You know, and think about the Smoke Break 808, and then subscribe, right? But you know, if I can share anything that is even more important than this stuff, man, is making sure that you're saved. You know, come to Jesus, come to know the Christ, man. You know, it doesn't cost you anything, right? He takes care of everything, man. Just call on him, find a way to you. If you have going through anything, man, that's the guy who has the answer. You know, everything flows to him, man, and he just flows with peace, grace, mercy, and everything, man. You know what I mean? It doesn't cost. I think what did the guy John Edwards says? Man, this guy John Edwards, he has an awesome quote. It's like I'm gonna kind of paraphrase. It's like we bring nothing to our salvation. It's something like that. We bring nothing to our salvation except the sin that what? Man, Chris, what is it? That made it necessary. Man, dude, that's awesome. The only thing that we bring to our salvation is the sin that makes it necessary. Unbelievable, man. If I could share anything with you guys, that would be the most important thing. Man, go out, enjoy you guys' week, man. Stay prayed up. Love you guys. Aloha and shaka shaka.